Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another Skullgirls mobile video. Now, and today I'm basically gonna do an updated version of my tier list video. Now that I actually use my voice and I actually, speak to you guys, this will be way more easier to actually give you my full opinion on these Filias. Yeah, my opinion has changed a lot on all these, like especially for Miss Frosty. Windswept and Fright Ends, it still has stayed the same. It's still stayed the same. I just don't care for those Filias. They're just completely useless, honestly. But yeah, let's go ahead and start with the original Filia, the very first Filia, Bad Hair Day. Now with Bad Hair Day, I found out that she's not really an S tier, and now this is the only reason why she's not an S tier. She can't go beyond, like her stats are gonna stay bronze. Like, yeah, you can evolve her to diamond. She'll most likely like outbeat rest of your golds, maybe all of your silvers. Like, she would be your strongest character. The only problem with that is that once you upgrade her to max diamond, that's it. Like, just max. So just because she's bronze, if she was like a silver or a gold, she would definitely be an S tier. But just because she's a bronze and her stats don't really change that much, I'm gonna have to put her at an A tier. And again, she does do a lot of damage. She can literally melt a 20,000 power level Cerebella, Big Ben. She can melt almost every single fighter. The only problem is just with her stats. That's it. And someone did point out to me that I should honestly talk about the Marquis ability and what I would choose for each Filia. Now, for Bad Hair Day, it's a no-brainer. First cut, it's literally a no-brainer. You can literally turn all of her bleeds into permanent bleeds, and that's what allows her to melt extremely powerful enemies. So, yeah, that's Bad Hair Day, A tier. Would definitely recommend putting time into her. I would definitely upgrade her because her DPS is absolutely crazy. Now, her health is not that well. It's not that good, but she still does a lot of damage. So, yeah, let's go ahead and move on to Miss Frosty now. Now, with Miss Frosty, I would say she's more like a defense player, but at the same time, she does block the special blockbusters. I guess you can call them the ultimate. And yeah, her blocking ultimates are actually really insane. It's actually helped me out so much more in Rifts that I've never realized it, but she's a really good character. She's a really good Filia. I said a couple months ago that she was probably one of the weakest Filias down there with Windswept. But no, I completely take that back. I was an absolute idiot. This Filia is an absolute unit. She isn't the best, again, just because of her stats, but the fact that she can like actually block the blockbusters and disable them all, it's just like she's a really good clutch situation fighter. Like, she can definitely help you out in those really high those high tier battles and all that, just the really close call battles. She definitely comes in clutch, and that's why she's going to be at B tier. Just because she's an average attacker and an average defender. She isn't super crazy, but she definitely is worth having in your team if you just don't want to deal with super high powerful enemies. She's definitely worth having in your team. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot her Marquis ability. It's really up to you. I chose first cut on her just because, I mean, you can put blockbusters that afflict bleed, and then they'll just turn into permanent bleeds, and it kind of just helps her out with her DPS. But it's really up to you. I would also probably go with Leech, but again, it's just personal preference. For me, I just chose first cut because why not? Permanent bleeds, why not? Alright, and the next person we have, which is a character that I want so badly, not just because of the stats. I mean, the stats aren't really that impressive, but the only reason I want her is because she's honestly the best looking variant of every single Filia. I absolutely love this variant. It's so solid. It's beautiful. But yeah, I haven't played with her, so I can't really give my full opinion. But just her being diamond already, she already has pretty high stats just with her being diamond already. So we're gonna put her at an A tier just because of the stats. I don't really understand her ability. Like, it can be useful, but at the same time, I still haven't played with her, so I can't really give my full opinion on her. I can't really say if she's super crazy or not. But what I can say is that she's a diamond. She's definitely worth putting time into just because of her stats. She's gonna do a lot of damage. Probably more damage than most of your silvers and golds combined together. So, yeah, we're gonna keep her at an A tier just because of her stats. Once I actually manage to get her or pull her from a relic, I will definitely give my opinion on her almost instantly that day. As soon as I unlock her, I will most likely make a video on it almost instantly and just giving my full opinion on her. And yeah, let's move on to the next Filia. The next Filia that we have is Dreadlocks. She's a really good defender. She definitely does help out a lot, especially in rifts. I would definitely recommend to at least have one Dreadlocks in your rift, just because again, it's like with Miss Frosty, she can definitely clutch up, and the AI is kind of bad, but at the same time, Dreadlocks kind of makes up. She kind of makes it up for it, just because of when you. Okay, so basically, your signature ability, when hit, reflect 35% of the income damage, which basically just means the amount of damage that they hit you, you're basically giving it back to them. So it's just kind of like, this is just meant like Dreadlocks is just perfect for an AI. Like it's just really good with her. So just because of that, just because her ability to actually reflect the damage back, I'm definitely gonna put her at a B tier. She's not super crazy. Again, her stats aren't that crazy. She's more like a defending type, but at the same time, she's still pretty solid. So I would definitely, want to have her at least in the middle between good and bad, because she's all right. She's pretty good. She's definitely worth upgrading and definitely worth having in your rift. So yeah, that right there, Dreadlocks B tier. Next up, we have Digini, which is by far the best diamond. This is the best Filia out of all of them. Now, just because I don't own her doesn't mean that I already know she's the best, but like, she really is the best. She can literally get every 15 seconds, she gains 3 random buffs for 5 seconds, which means she can get invincibility, she can get immunity, she can get I think it's unbreakable or untouchable. She can literally get all those 3 combined together, and she's just untouchable. She can even get heavy regen. It's just, she's an absolute unit. Like, she's definitely by far the best Filia between all of the Filias. She's just an absolute god tier, so she's going to S tier. Her stats, she's already a diamond. It's like, she's already a diamond. She has good stats, and on top of that, she has a good signature ability. She's an absolute unit. So I would definitely be extremely happy if I had her. And yeah, this is a diamond that I would actually want just because of the stats. I don't really like how she looks, but just because of the stats, she's really good. Also, my bad about the Dreadlocks ability. For Dreadlocks, I would put perma bleed just because when they're attacking you, sometimes you inflict bleed on them. So yeah, for Dreadlocks, make sure you're running first cut, which is perma bleeds on her. But yeah, with Digini, I would definitely recommend having perma bleeds again, because you can inflict bleeds, and honestly, all around, it really doesn't matter what signature ability you use on her or her Marquis ability, because she's just going to be good. Like, it just doesn't matter. You can also go whichever one you want. I would personally go with first cut, but yeah, you can also choose whatever you want. She's already good. She's literally the best Filia. So yeah, if you get her, you basically won in the Filia game already. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. All right, the next one, we have by far the most useless Filia, the most garbage Filia, the most hated Filia in my collection, which is Frydens. She's absolutely useless. Do not waste your time on her. And there's really nothing I can say about her. Honestly, just D tier. Do not waste time on upgrading her. The only reason why I'm putting time into her is just because I'm Filia only, so like it would be stupid not to put time into her. So yeah, I have upgraded her, but her ability is you have to get hit, you have to take damage in order to make her ability work. So it's just not good. She's just not good at all. Like, overall, she's not good. Marquis ability, I would choose first cut just because when the fighters are hitting you, you inflict bleed on them, which you have a chance of making it a perma bleed if you choose first cut. So yeah, that's basically Frydens. She's just useless. I just wouldn't put time into her. That's it. I just wouldn't put time into her, and that's why she's a D tier, which is the absolute worst tier of a Filia that you can have. So yeah, moving on to the next Filia. Next Filia is Heir Apparent, which is my main. This is my baby. This is the Filia that I care about the most. She's an absolute god. This is I honestly would say it's my strongest character. And now I know Parasite Weave has she's more powerful than Heir Apparent just because of her stuns. But Heir Apparent, I just love her because of the combinations that I made with her. So basically, her ability, after using a special move, you get haste for 15 seconds, which means that you get your blockbusters extremely fast, which means you can get your ult extremely fast, and all around you can literally just hold them into a combo. It's absolutely crazy. she's definitely gonna go up there with an A tier. Her stats aren't really that good because she's only a silver, but she's still extremely good. I would definitely put time to her just because of her ability of being able to get haste for 15 seconds. And if you match that up with Hairball, my god, you just get all of her blockbusters back almost instantly within like one combo. So yeah, she's definitely an A tier. I would put time to her, and yeah, she's just a solid Filia. Next up, we have Idle Threat, which I don't own yet. I'm gonna, as soon as they release the water relics, I'm gonna try to buy as much as I can to maybe get a chance of getting her. But yeah, I don't really understand her power, so I can't again give my opinion on her. She is gold, so she isn't useless. But yeah, we're still gonna have her at a B tier just because I don't own her, and so I don't really know how she works. Like I just, she's a gold. She has good stats. Marquis ability, again, for this one I haven't used her, so I would just go with first cut. If I don't know them, if I haven't played with them, I usually just go with first cut because I mean it's a simple thing. You inflict bleed, turns it to perma bleed, you do a lot of damage. So yeah, Idle Threat, B tier. I don't own her, I haven't played her, but she's still gold, so she has good stats. Next up we have Parasite Weave, which is my second favorite. I absolutely love this this Filia just because she can stun people and you can kind of stun lock them. So this definitely clutches. You can definitely clutch up a lot just with their ability. So basically, you have a 50% chance of basically it being a critical hit, and at the same time you inflict slow and you stun them for 3 seconds. So she's a pretty good Filia. She's definitely worth leveling up. I would definitely put time into her. Her stats, she's already a gold. She's gonna do a lot of damage. She's gonna have a lot of health. All around, just a good Filia. Good attacker. Now for Marquis ability, I feel like someone already pointed this out to me, but they were kind of confused on why I chose Leech on Filia. Now you could go with perma bleed because again you're stunning them and you're also inflicting bleed. So you know it would make sense to run first cut and apply perma bleed. But hear me out. This is the reason why I chose Leech. You're stunning them. They can't attack you. You can get them into a really good combo and get all of your HP back. That's the only reason why I like Leech on her. Is just because you can literally stun them and get your HP back. And it's just, again, it comes in clutch most of the times for me. So yeah, definitely I'm going to have to put her at an A tier just because of her stats and her signature ability, which is to stun people for 3 seconds. It's definitely solid. She's a good attacker and a good defender. She's definitely worth having and leveling up. So yeah, A tier, pretty solid Filia. Next up we have Rockstar, which is my favorite defense Filia. She basically gives every Filia or any character final stand for how much is it? She gives them barrier for 10 seconds, and if you manage to keep that barrier up within those 10 seconds, then you're given final stand, which basically means that you can't die at all. So just because of that, she's already an A tier, just because she literally gives you invincibility. But at the same time, when I think about it, she has pretty low stats, just because she's a silver. But she does make that up if you evolve her, and on top of that, you can put pretty beefy stuff on her and make her a really good character. So honestly, we're going to keep her at an A tier just because she can literally keep any Filia alive, any character alive with her final stand ability. And her stats may be weak, but you can definitely juice her up by giving her a bunch of good blockbusters and in general just putting time into her. Would I recommend putting a lot of time into her? No, you're definitely better off putting time into Dreadlocks, but she definitely is still worth leveling up and honestly just playing her and having her in a rift on the side because she can definitely help you out a lot. So yeah, just because of that, she's an A tier just because of final stand. Alright, next up we have by far the most boring Filia. The Filia, which I completely forgot existed. I am not even playing, I kid you not, I completely forgot she existed. I literally had to check my goddamn catalog like 4 times to be like, is there one extra Filia left? Because I didn't know this person existed. Again, she's already a gold, so she's not worthless, but she's not good at all. Her ability is honestly worthless, but her stats aren't. So just because of that, she's going at a C tier. I don't even want to talk about her. She's not even worth talking about. If you get her, do not level her up. You could level her up if you have nothing else to do. But other than that, all she does is you get a 35% chance to invade all projectiles. It's basically you avoid anything that they throw at you. And yeah, at the same time you can avoid damage by swiping back. it's only a 35% chance, and at the same time, you don't always have fast reactions to react to them that fast when they go to attack you. So I don't know. She isn't useless because she's gold at least, but yeah, you're better off upgrading anybody else from the B tier or the A tier. Like, just yeah, I just want to level her up. And fried ends, don't even touch her. Just don't even touch her, man. She's not even worth your time. But yeah. Anyways, I hope I didn't make any of you guys mad with this tier list. This right here is pretty reasonable. I'm not sure about Bad Hair Day. I'm not really sure just because she's a bronze. But the only reason why she's an A is just because she can output so much damage, and she can honestly beat out like so much diamonds. So yeah, it's the only reason why I'm keeping her at an A. But if she didn't have that ability, she would definitely be down at a C or a B tier. But yeah, that's basically it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Hopefully no one's pissed off by this tier list. This is as fair as I can get, honestly, with the Filias. Even though I haven't played with Digin Frizz or Class Cutter, they're still diamonds. They're still gonna have really good stats. They're still gonna be worth upgrading. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Have a good rest of your day, and yeah, peace.